Welcome to another episode of Noble Thoughts. Today, we're diving into an opportunity that's been quietly shaping some of Indiana's brightest young leaders, the Orr Fellowship. If you've never heard of it, think of it as a launch pad for recent grads to grow, lead, and make a big impact right out of college. Today, we have Blake Vanderkamp, the Director of Marketing, and Catherine Mazanek, the Senior Director of Engagement. Thank you both for joining us on Noble Thoughts.
Thanks so much for having us.
Yes, indeed. Tell us a little bit more about how each of you got into this work.
Go ahead, Catherine.
So I've been here for about 3 years at Orr Fellowship. Um, was really called to it because it does a great job of taking our early 20s talent here in Indianapolis, giving them a home, giving them a place, and giving them a network to be able to make change. So we were started early in 2002 by the folks who started Angie's List, who saw this problem and said, how can we make a better way to keep our young talent here in Indiana? So now here in 2025, still going strong. We've had over 270 different partner companies throughout the state work with Orr Fellowship. And my job is that I get to take amazing folks like Blake and really make their experience as early career talent here in Indiana and hopefully turn them into the business leaders that I want to solve my problems and help me along in the future.
And Blake, not only are you serving as the Director of Marketing, but you are a part of this program. You're a fellow. Tell us about your experience.
Yeah, so I am about a year into this program, and we'll have one more year after this, and can confidently say that it has been a life-changing experience coming from small town Iowa and always wanting to live in a big city, but never really considering staying in the Midwest. Or Fellowship has really opened my eyes to Indianapolis and Evansville, and realizing too that I can get all the benefits of being a business leader, being a successful individual, being involved in my community, all of those things that you get out of Orr Fellowship, but still being in the Midwest where I've known all my life has been great. And I get a community of individuals that are my friends, and I'll know for the rest of my life along with it too.
That's very cool that you get to meet other people, like-minded people. What are some of the difficulties that recent college graduates face right now?
Yeah, I recently saw a statistic that about 50% of individuals that are just graduating feel disconnected and feel disengaged at their places of employment and really just in the community. And I think that's really where Orr Fellowship thrives. We're not only providing people with the opportunity to develop their professional skills, but we're giving them the opportunity to ask questions and be surrounded by people that are going through the same things, whether it's as simple as, oh, how do I, develop a Roth IRA, or maybe it's something a little bit more deep, like, man, I'm just really feeling exhausted and I don't have friends like I can make them in a college campus. And I think that's really what set Orr apart so much for me, and why I really encourage it for anyone that is considering applying to our fellowship to just take that first step.
Have you found mentorship in this program?
100%. Our executive board has been amazing in supporting each and every single one of us, and we learn from each other. And I currently work in Liberty Fund in Carmel, and they've been so supportive in mentoring me as well in developing my marketing skills, my interpersonal skills, my communication skills, you name it, they've done it.
And Catherine, I'm sure this is music to your ears. Tell us about all the different companies that work alongside the Orr Fellowship to make this possible.
Absolutely. We have just an outstanding roster of folks, all the way from startup companies that are here in Indy to large enterprise companies. We have the tech world, we've got environmental companies, we've got marketing agencies. But the kind of thread that goes through all of them is that there are these innovative businesses that really care about developing that next generation of leaders. And as in my role with engagement, that is really what sings to me, is being able to pour into these folks who they want to make a difference. They want to be mentored. They want to have these opportunities to really shine and put in the work and be hungry and do that grind. And we have so many companies here in Indy that are willing and able and excited to really create those growth opportunities for our fellows.
And talk to us in detail about how this is a win for Indianapolis and all of Indiana.
Absolutely. We have about 2/3 of our fellows, when they graduate after their 2 years, end up staying at their partner company. So we have these amazing folks who come in who maybe weren't considering Indiana or Indianapolis as a city that they were going to live in, or Evansville with our chapter down there, and they end up staying. And not only are they staying in their partner companies and making these really big waves at these incredible corporations that we have in Indiana, they're pouring back into their community. They're getting involved in local government. They're getting involved in nonprofits, serving on boards, just getting involved in their neighborhoods in general and making Indiana a better place. Again, somebody that I want to lead my future as a citizen of Indianapolis, of Indiana. I'm like, if these folks are the ones that are running our future, we're in great hands.
There may be some people that are listening right now that may say, okay, this sounds interesting. Maybe I should be a part of it. I just don't know. Can you share with us any success stories other than your own, Blake?
Yeah, there's so many success stories. I can think of um, Megan Green, an alumni now, who was our previous director of marketing. And not only is she now working in another company in the Indianapolis area, but she also has used those skills that she has. And she's also eventually going to be making her own business and really developing that entrepreneurship mindset and ecosystem that we have here in Indianapolis and in the state of Indiana. And then we have so many more like that, of people that just, like Catherine said, are involved in nonprofits or are involved in starting their own business and really just want to give back to the state of Indiana that has given so much to them throughout their time in this fellowship.
And I guess it's important to emphasize, just like you and Megan, there are fellows that are giving back even before you graduate from the program.
Yes, exactly. Um, I can think of so many different opportunities that we've had. For example, we do Keep Indianapolis Beautiful, where we volunteered to help plant trees, but we've also done things such as working with the Mitch Daniels Leadership Foundation, helping with them, and even people above us and interacting with them that are involved in the entrepreneurship community. So there is no stop at Orr Fellowship, being involved and then also giving back, and also still learning at the same time.
Is it a more collaborative environment, or have you ever felt some competition between the other fellows?
You know, I never knew how I would answer this question until I heard an amazing quote from our director of recruitment, Xavier, recently. And what he said was that Orr Fellowship, we're not providing you an opportunity to compete against everyone in the world, where it feels like it's kind of a shark fish situation there. But it's really the fact that we're all competing with each other or excuse me, competing with ourselves,
Mm.
really, to make sure that we are coming out better than we came into Orr Fellowship, and that we're also coming in better into every single other environment that we walk into. And I think that's really what Orr Fellowship is doing. And that's what I felt. I've certainly grown so much in the year that I've been involved as well.
Incredible. Catherine, tell us how people can apply for the next cohort.
Absolutely. If you are a current college senior, you're going to be graduating either this December or this upcoming May in 2026. We would love to have you if you have really a regimen of showing that you're a leader, that you want to work hard, that you want to grind, that you want to be hungry for change, or fellowship is for you. So our application is actually open now, and it's open until September 26th.
Okay.
For all of our folks who want to apply, it's at orrfellowship.org. It's a nice, easy resume drop. And then we have some other stages through our process before we have all of our candidates meet with our partner companies come December. So December 5th is our big finalist day, where we did big rounds of interviews, and we kind of walk the fellows or the candidates through the process throughout this fall.
All right. Well, thank you so much. I guess before we wrap up, any tips for potential fellows, how they can stand out and do well in the application process?
Absolutely. Be yourself. Tell us your coolest stories. Really put that into your resume. Show the ways that you have been able to shine, whether that's on your college campus, in maybe a job that you've had, in any entrepreneurial endeavors that you have kind of going. The ways that make you shine and make you sparkle, that's what we want to see here in Aura. We want to see that hunger and that drive to really just make our world in Indianapolis a better place.
Blake, Catherine, great information today. Thank you so much for telling us more about the Orr Fellowship and for sharing your noble thoughts.
Thanks so much for having us, Brittany.